As for using 2 crafteds, if you don't have a mythic weapon, you can,
10,
but your offhand is
9,
way less important
8,
than your main hand.
7,
So,
6,
main hand craft
5,
and getting a high item
4,
level on it's important.
3,
Offhand,
2,
there might be better
1.
crafts. Like, it would be better for me to craft right now on this character. I would craft a cape, not a weapon next. I would also craft boots first. So you can sim it through Droptimizer on raid bots. Yeah, I don't know exactly what this guy's route is, but we're probably going in the house. Oh, this guy is a Squish Vegan Watcher. I'm gonna press Nova here. Thing I don't like about this pull is I don't have a proud mob to hit. This is exactly where it's like, hey, I wish I was playing Fellscard. And I'm saving my misery. I have a lot of immortals going, so I'm just gonna press I-beam and play without having a Reaver's markup. It's kind of cringe, but whatever. Is Aldrachi better than Fellscard now? That had been the consensus the whole season, yeah, but both are playable situations in M+ where I play Fellscard. But typically Aldrachi is like the default. So, coming between pulls here, there's 2 things to think about. One, I'm gonna be a Demon Hunter, so I'm going up here. Fuck my team. Second thing, I don't want my souls to drop. In this case, what I'm gonna do for that is I'm gonna press Misery on this mob. I'm gonna pick up the soul. And then I'm gonna meld this guy off. This did 2 things. One, I save my souls. And once my team eventually gets through, I can use Sigil of Flame or whatever we're doing. And also, because I entered combat, I reset the timer on my cycle stacks falling, which is important because you don't want to go back to a 40-second I-beam. So I'm going to throw from range my Reaver's Glaive, I hunt in, so I have another Reaver's Glaive. I send, then I start pressing my Immolation Auras, get that Ice Spritzer kicked right away so that guy doesn't die, throw another Glaive. I'm going to use this again, and then I'll Sigil a Spite, throw another Glaive, and I'm probably not going to throw meta on this pull at this point because it's like almost dead. In a hierarchy, I would.
Kick.
I get the Ice Spritzer kick because the other guy got. Like, we're probably going to go into boss next, actually. I will send here because this boss you can't press on pull anyway. And this is just going to get rolled into boss. I'm swapping to the Thug because the Peacekeeper's going to die. Just have that Reaver's Glaive up for, or that mark up for an extra second. Sigil of Spite for the soul. That's going to give me enough for Reaver's Glaive, which I'm going to use here so that I have my mark out for soul generation. I-beam is pressed on cooldown on this boss, even though we're not in the damage amp, because I will always get one in the damage amp. Thank you for the follow, Onic. I'm saving my M-Auras because those will actually do relevant damage during this. I'm going to kick the ball in here. Okay, and then throw this, put my Reaver's mark out. Use another one, and I'll hunt, just so I get the hunt in the window. This was cringe because of how everything was up. I don't get this last Death Sweep in the damage amp, but that's okay. Which dungeon do you think AR is dramatically better than Fellscard? Cinder Brew, but again, you have to play Aldrachi well. It's not like if you play Fellscard, you can't time the key. That's just not how it works, you know? Using a Reaver's Glaive there so that my buff doesn't fall, because you don't ever want to not have Reaver's mark out. It really cuts back on your soul generation. Also, these coins falling on this fight are fake. They don't hit you. I'm going to start sending now. I hope they milk that last one. They did. Very nice. Hitting Blade Dance literally on cooldown. Most important button. Throwing a Reaver's Glaive here. I'll barely be able to eke in most of the damage of that Blade Dance. Pressing I-beam still on cooldown. I'm gonna press Sigil of Spite as well. Better to just not hold it in this case. And I'm gonna meta too. Gonna reapply my Reaver's Mark. Bring one more Reaver's Glaive. Bring me through for the rest of the fight. I just glide out of that knockback. Saving my souls from here. Boss is dead, so you just kick these in. Probably should have pressed the I-beam there, but this boss is like literally dead. It's whatever. I think those do go off after the boss, so don't be in that if it dies. My souls are falling, so I'm going to open with Sigil of Flame, throwing a glaive, and then I'm going to do that. Walk back to the tank so I don't die to threat. Stunning for souls.
Run away, little girl.
Kick.
Setting a focus, and I'll get a kick here. I'm going to misery these ones during this.
Kick.
And I got a kick. Vengefulling with that Blade Dance from the buffed Reaver's Glaive there. Throwing another Reaver's Glaive. And you're just hitting off this Extractor the whole time. I need to Chaos Strike first. Dance again. Sigil of Flame for the soul. Don't care about being overcapped on Fury at all. Does not matter.
Away,
Fuck your Fury.
My
mom's dead. We're good. Going into the next pull, I have Hunt up, but I have a Reaver's Mark, which means I'm going to throw a Glaive. Then I'm going to Hunt. And then I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to get this Death Sweep off with a Vengeful. And then I'll meta. If you hop out and get out, you can I-beam like that. I use my Sigil of Flame there. And I'm going to Nova for souls. Throw another one. Just kind of chaining them back to back to kill Extractors in these pulls. If you have an Extractor, you're not looking to save souls, you're just spending. Why no, Essence Break? Yeah, we don't play it in keys, it's just not better. Second point of chaotic disposition is flat out better, period. Oh no, he died, Onkton died again. Pressing Sigil of Flame. It's again all about the soul generation. Setting focus on one of these. Putting my mark on the Extractor. Doing my Blade Dance, using my Immo Auras. As many as I get.
Kick. Kick.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
I'm gonna Nova these guys now. Sigil of Flame right away. Sigil of Spite right away. I-beam on cooldown. Gonna Death Sweep out of this. I'm not moving to not pick up my souls, and that's gonna let me press a Hunt here. And now I can move to pick up souls.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Gonna fear those guys. If you keep track of where and when they drop, then you can know which one you're gonna be safe running into. I'm just gonna I-beam on this because it's gonna take a while for him to group the next pull anyway. And Sigil of Flame, because biggest priority here is I want to keep up soul generation. I'll get the kick on the far away one. In a pug, that's usually what I'm like most worried about. I'm gonna stun for soul generation. More souls there. Bam. Using my Immo Auras. I'm actually gonna send into this pull because I like having meta on this boss anyway. Or if I send on the next pull, it's a little bit fucked. Sigil of Spite, Sigil of Flame, then I'll I-beam. Throw one more. I'm gonna swap to and kill this back one because it had slightly more health. Doesn't really matter that much, but that's what I'm doing. Didn't have Fury for sweep, that was a mistake. Pick a triangle here, so I set my focus. After using my Reaver's Glaive combo, I'm spamming out all my Immolation Auras. And I have a hunt, so I'm going to use that here. Stunning for Soul Gen. Bring another Reaver's Glaive, because this is a proud mob that does need to die. Prisoning the guy that was casting on me. Melding the guy that's casting on me. Need the soul explanation, you're dumb. 6 souls turns into a Reaver's Glaive. You can have an infinite amount of souls that's stored in this buff, but they fall off after 30 seconds, or if you die. So if I were to die to that slam there, I'd lose my souls. So you can see down here, my count on top is I have 5 souls, now I have 6, now I have 7, and every time I pick it up, it refreshes to 30 seconds duration, which is the bottom number. Okay, so I'm going to throw 1 Blade Dance before these are big. I'm going to throw my Reaver's Glaive, put my mark on the boss, and I'm just cleaving off the boss here. You can swap to the Earth Rager, but on this first one I'm not going to have to, so I won't. And while I'm cleaving off the boss, you'll notice massive Wounded Quarry ticks. And that's because all this amp damage on the Earth Rager gets funneled into the boss in an amped value as well. So that adds dead, and now I'm kind of just saving for the next time there's an ad out. Oh my god, that Fellblade almost killed me. That would have been bad. I'm also going to save my Sigil of Spite in this case, because it's just a few seconds. Alright, so in this one, I'm more worried about this ad not dying, so got a hunt on it. Put my Reaver's Mark on the boss. Sending my damage. Throw another. And Sigil of Spite between here while I wait. Get a meta. Throw again. Another buffed one. I'm just cleaving off the boss. When I check after it, my boss damage is going to be disgusting this pull. Saving my Immora for a bit, just for closer to when the next ad spawns, because Ragefire. So I can start pressing them now. Going to press a Reaver's Glaive again, this will slow the ads. And I'm going to I-beam. Again, applying Reaver's Mark to the boss, swapping back to this ad. I overspent that one. I shouldn't have thrown that last Reaver's Glaive. It's fine, but... And then this, I'm going to spend my Spite here, because it's going to be like 15 seconds before I could use it. So better just to get the Soul Gen. Sigil of Flame again on cooldown for the souls. Going to not have a Reaver's Mark out here for a second. Once the ads are out, I'll throw the Aldrachi, put the Reaver's Mark up. And... going to hit this guy. Apply Reaver's Mark to the boss again. Going to hunt into this mob. And... that again. Apply Reaver's Mark back to the boss one more time. And one last Blade Dance will kill it. Sigil of Flame, again, literally on cooldown, all about soul generation. I imagine that's like the number one thing you'll notice is I get a lot of souls. Okay, so coming down, what I'm looking at here now, let me look at that last boss as well. My Azarok damage, absolutely fucking piped. 2.5 times the Warlock's damage. Now you see, my shit's expiring in 8 seconds, so I'm going to Sigil of Flame instantly and pick up a soul, so my stacks don't drop. If those stacks drop, that is a full Reaver's Glaive that I would have lost there. I'm going to Nova this pack, because that's a lot of souls. I'm going to press my Immoras. I'm going to throw another Reaver's Glaive, because I'm going to use this Death Sweep, so Annihilation first, Death Sweep. Meta, another Reaver's Glaive, Annihilation, Death Sweep. I-beam, Sigil of Spite, Sigil of Flame because it's up, again, worrying about souls, pressing Misery. I'm going to throw another Reaver's Glaive here. And another Death Sweep. I am polymorphed, that is cringe. I have a hunt up, but this pack's dying. I will send I-beam into it just to kill it. It's not bad to send I-beam late into a pull, because you're not pressing it early in the next pull anyway. So, gonna wait and see what he's pulling here. Going to Nova it all. Again, this is for souls. Going to Reaver's Glaive. I'm gonna hunt it next, so that I have another Reaper's Glaive on hand. I'm going to meld these casts. Throw another Reaver's Glaive, just literally on cooldown here. Get my kick. Sigil of Spite on cooldown. Blade Dance even before this I-Beam here. I-Beam, for another Reaver's Glaive. Put a markout on a different mob than the Prow mob because it's just about to die. And one last Reaver's Glaive. Gonna Nova because it's back up. Again, Soul Gen. Let's Blade Dance and finishes off the pack basically.
Kick.
Not sending a Reaver's Glaive there because pack, again, dead. Don't want my Reaver's Mark to fall. Don't have a Sigil or anything to use from out of combat here. Gonna hit a weapons. Oh, wait, no, there's a Mastermind, so I'm gonna swap that. My I-Beam out. Swap the Mastermind here. Watch your feet. I do recommend making a very obvious sound for that Mastermind cast. I'm going to send meta just on cooldown here, because our pulls are kind of awkward in this area, and that's fine. Sigil Spite, needs souls. Throw it and apply this. Hunting. Chaos Novaing for more souls, using my mark. Gonna Misery as well, just, fuck, he pushed him out of it, but it was an extra soul, and then Sigil of Flame right before this mob dies. Again, more souls. Everything's about souls. Throw Glaive from ranged. Applying to one of the Masterminds, because that's Prow in this pull. Get my buff up before I I-Beam. Gonna blur here, because I had Echo Blade on me, and that's kind of the dangerous thing. Shadow Meld could be used to drop the Mind Lashes. Blade again. I should have thrown that at GCD earlier. I had a whole Blade Dance there, that's not good. Don't want to do that. Sigil of Flame on cooldown. They're going to make us move in 2 seconds here out of this Mind Lash, so just being aware of that.
Kick.
Their move. And that's what that horn I have is. I'm going to swap to the other Mastermind because it has more health. I-Beaming on cooldown. Masterminds make us move in 2. 1 going to be out of this, so like if I meld, he's going to Brainstorm. I'm Sigil of Flaming just to get an extra soul. Souls are down. Grab those. Also, sorry, I'm not reading chat at all, because this is a lot harder for me to do on Aldrachi. These circles are fake, by the way. You can get hit by those. Don't panic about them whatsoever. They do nothing. Same with this, the Azurite Catalyst. While you can meld this mechanic, this does, like, nothing. I took a tick because I just walked out. But yeah, even that doesn't really hurt. And while he's casting, he can't fuck your tank. And this boss does an incredible amount of tank damage. So I'm going to throw my Inner Demon here. I'm going to sweep. Meta. I'm on single target, so I'm not spending. I have a Reaver's Glaive up. I'm not using it. I'm waiting until close to when Reaver's Mark is going to fall. Then I'm going to throw here, and I'm going to use it here. Again, Propellant Blast, you don't even need to push this stuff off. For the sake of it, I'll show it. That stuff is going to expire now that the mechanics are done. That is the stuff from our original cast. The Gushing Catalyst stuff despawned already. I'm going to throw another Reaver's Glaive now, because Mark is about to expire. Just doing what I can to build souls for future packs. Propellant Blast, again, don't defensive this, don't do anything with it, it does 0 damage. I'm gonna I-Beam here, I'm gonna Reaver's Mark out of it. And then this is the one case where you can like apply 2-stack, because again, I'm just saving souls. Sigil of Flame on cooldown. I will use this Vengeful later. What I'm going to use it for is this. I'm going to use this here. I'm going to I-Beam. I'm going to drop a Sigil of Spite, and then I'll reapply my mark. And I'm... Fuck, that was a bad hunt. I didn't hit escape fast enough, but I picked up a soul which gave me my Reaver's Glaive, so my hunt was wasted. I didn't get a Reaver's Glaive out of it. Tragic. Sigil of Flame on cooldown. Gonna throw a Reaver's Glaive, and then I-Beam. I can apply a 2-stack here, so it's better to do Death Sweep first, and then Chaos Strike. This is the only situation is like when I'm not spending on a pure single target and your Blade Dance is already up, that's when it's better. Gonna throw a Glaive before this. Gonna press Vengeful just for the movement of it. Blade Dancing first. Sigil Flaming here. Because Sigil Flame's used well before the boss ends, I'm keeping a soul down just to make sure that I refresh the timing of these stacks. And the reason for that is now, instead of having 15 seconds here and them expiring before that Sigil Flame, now I have 30 seconds, and my Sigil Flame will be up. So guaranteed I'll be able to extend my souls. I don't have to worry about it. Even if my tank does something like really weird here. In fact, I'm going to throw Misery right now, and then break this guy. Because I can't really send until this pull starts getting grouped, so I start pressing Immoras. Now I'm going to start using my Glaives. I'm going to I-Beam here just because I don't want to sit on it for too long. I have to worry about that one fixate, that's fine. I meta stun, and I'm just full spending. I have a hunt, so I'm going to use that before moving. Then I'm going to stun for more souls. Spend this Reaper's Glaive, throw another one. Immora because it's up. I-Beam. Spending from the Reaper's Glaive. Debuff disappears. I'm good to throw another one. Make sure I don't get hit by anything or walk into that fixate mob. Sigil of Flame, again for soul. I'm not going to throw a Glaive this time. Blade Dance will slow this mob for this guy. Not standing on him, because if he walks into it, it will kill me too. Not saying don't trust your team, but if you don't have to put yourself at risk, don't put yourself at risk.
Run away, little girl.
Just Chaos Striking to spawn a soul so that I can refresh my timer. Just be certain here. I'm going to put a skull on one of these, and I'm going to hit it. Throwing another one, I-Beaming. When these get close, I'm going to Nova. Again, they spawn souls. Use my Immo Auras, use my Sigil of Spite. Throw again. Going to Vengeful. Not going to Vengeful because I have initiative already, so I'm holding. There's now Crawler Mines up there, which is going to give me initiative again. So once again, I'm not going to press Vengeful. On my next Reaver's Glaive that I use, I will press Vengeful. So I'm going to throw here. And then I have initiative for all that cleave there. I'm going to swap targets because this one's dying soon. Also going to show a trick here when it starts casting. It's going to put a debuff on me. That one died, so I'm going to do it on this one. Meld, debuff goes away, you stop taking damage.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
And since we're on a single target and it's dying, I'm just stun this and hit for a second. Don't be on it when your thing ends. Sigil of Flaming from ranged, single target, so I'm just going to open, and I have a lot to spend, so I'm going to do Blade Dance second, going to throw another Reaper's Glaive, do Blade Dance second again, put a marker down for my team to stand on square so they don't die, because people fuck this up somehow sometimes. And I'm not going to throw another Reaper's Glaive until this 2-stack falls, which is going to be really soon, so I'm going to throw about now and refresh.
4,
and I have enough for a whole other Reaper's Glaive already.
1.
Yep, I'm back to 1 stack, so I'm good to throw. And reapply. This is also a meldable mechanic. Don't have meld right now, just gonna go against this wall, blur it, get back. And I'm just overspending right now because I'm sitting on so many souls, I have the luxury of it.
4.
Blade Dance first, it's higher prio. Just gonna throw a Reaper's Glaive as well. Gonna get back to the safe spot. And can use my hunt here. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a Reaper's Glaive now. I-Beam because it's up first. Phasing. Hard kill one of these guys. Their threat table doesn't matter, so don't worry about that. Getting initiative for that. And if I'd blur, I'd start pressing it when this guy... Actually, I will have blur at the right time. I'm gonna nether walk this one, actually. And because it's tight, I'm just gonna take him there. Reaper's Mark on this guy, and kill. And for the next Drill Smash, I'm gonna press blur. for the buster shots plus the guy dropping. This is really the only time of this fight that you can die. So this is what you defensive. Drill Smash goes far. We go far because the boss is going to be over there. I'm going to press Immors in advance because they don't do much on single target. Unfortunate that that guy died. Oh well. And I'm going to have Sigil of Flame here. Going to I-beam the Reaper's Glaive and get my buffs before I press Sigil of Spite. And with Gatling Gun, if you need to go through it, you can. One, you can Fel Rush it, and you'll usually take a tick, but I took none there. But always go through the Gatling Gun, don't run with the Gatling Gun. This, again, mechanic is meldable, so I press meld. Mechanic doesn't happen anymore. Standing on the safe spot. I'm gonna Fel Rush through it. I dropped Darkness for my team because I was worried someone was gonna die there. Kind of impressed they didn't, so that's good.
4, 3, 2.
Even if I-beam and Blade Dance are up in the same combo, Blade Dance is higher prio, so you press it first. I did just fuck it up on my Blade Dance prior to that one. Don't talk about it. Blur should also work for this, because dodge chance, so again, for the most part, you're not really going to get hit much. It's fine. This.
Four, 3.
Boss die. Go Reaper's Glaive. Okay. I think that was pretty much best case scenario of nothing going particularly wrong and relatively easy to just go over it all. It's very hard to consistently go through and talk about my rotation the entire key, but I think I did a pretty good job there.